Blame? Who do you blame when it all goes wrong? More about that right after the intro. Welcome to the Day One Journey, where I share with you my journey towards understanding who I am, knowing myself so I can be myself, so I can be true to myself. Episode 595. Ching, yeah. So what about you? What happens when everything goes wrong? Do you try to find someone to blame? Do you blame the circumstances? Do you blame God? Do you try to find someone else to blame? Do you think about yourself? Well, my first instinct is looking inside myself. And personally, I don't like to use the word blame. I like the word responsible because it reminds me that I'm able to responsible. So whatever happens, first, as a default, as a habit, I go into myself and I ask myself, what could I do differently? What can I learn from that? How can I respond to that in a different way? What can I do next time when it happens? And for me, it's all about freedom because I'm free to choose my response. So I can easily blame other people. Like I'm not lying to myself and ignoring the fact that there are other people that might want to do harm or have different interests and different intentions that I want. But still I choose as a default to be responsible for the events because I can always choose not to deal with them. I can always choose not to put myself in these situations in the future. So that's why I don't choose to blame them, even though, yes, I still understand that they might be the cause for what happened. But I still remind myself my freedom to choose, for example, next time, not to do business with them, not to even talk to them, or maybe I can do it a little bit differently. This is, as I was sharing you about the Vipassana retreat, I could have easily blamed the teachers for not explaining to me what I wanted to know. But still, I look into myself and I try to think maybe I could have asked my questions a little bit differently. I remind myself that in the future, nobody's stopping me to ask these questions. Other people, other teachers, keep doing the research, getting the answers that I want, because I'm responsible. I can respond in infinite ways. This is my freedom. I just understand that when I blame other people, I lose my freedom. I give up my freedom. Because when I say this is their fault, there's nothing that I can do about it because they are the cause for what happened. And again, I do realize that sometimes I don't have full control about everything, but I do have some control. I can respond to what happened. I can control my attitude. I can control my future actions. And this is why, as a default, I like to take the responsibility for whatever happened. Reminds me that I can create my life, I can change my life, I can adjust myself so I can get what I want, so I can keep on walking on the path, on my journey, my life, towards the thing that are most exciting for me, that I'm most passionate about, and keep doing that, being true to myself. And for me, being responsible is part of being true to myself. Because when I blame people, it's like I'm not being true to myself because I give up my freedom. But I know I'm free. I know that I can make new decisions. I know that I can adjust myself. I know that I can respond differently. I know that I can learn, that I can grow. So when I blame other people, I'm not being true to myself. And it's important to me to be true to myself and remind myself that I do have control over my life, at least to an extent. I can respond, I can adjust, and I can move forward. And that's what I want to share with you in this episode. So back to you. Give yourself a few minutes today and ask yourself, how can you use your freedom to be a little bit more responsible for something that you want in your life? Yes, give yourself a few minutes today. Ask yourself, how can you use your freedom to be a little bit more responsible for the things that you want in your life? Think about it. Yes, and do it today. And of course, have an amazing day one. See you tomorrow.